What's up, everybody? Today we'll be taking a look at another Hero Factory 2010 figure. Now, I looked at this figure a couple times and I really thought about putting him in with the other villains, you know, because I'm going to change up the style of the 2010 reviews. I'm going to do all the heroes in one video and all the villains in one video and all the bigger special sets as their own videos. Well, I thought about including this guy with all the other villains, but I just looked at his piece count and just his sheer size. He definitely stands out from the rest of the villains enough to be in his own video. And the fact that he is a bigger set than the other villains. So this is Rotor, one of the first villains introduced in the Hero Factory franchise. In the opening scenes of the TV show, this is the first guy we will be seeing and explode. So Rotor is basically a flying helicopter. He is a robot with a giant helicopter propeller at the back, which yes, can spin. And yeah, that's what projects him in the air and allows him to fly. So very straightforward, but the builds required to build onto this figure is very, you know, it's a little bit different from the ordinary. Definitely uses a bunch of Technic parts. And you can see, yeah, so I think this guy in particular, given his size, I think he looks pretty good, not gonna lie. And yeah, so I don't have the box because I never got the box for this guy, but I can just tell you right now, he is surely he definitely has the higher piece count. Now, number one thing, you'll notice his head mold looks very similar to another villain. And who is that other villain, you may ask? Of course, I'm talking about Vapor from the Bulk versus Vapor set. You can really see, look at the head mold. It is literally the same head mold. Now, of course, for Rotor, it's orange, and then for Vapor, it's blue. But you can see, given the size, Rotor is definitely a super big villain. And if I just put that with a normal hero, I got Ferno 1.0 here. Yeah, damn. He is definitely not messing around. He is definitely a villain that will be towering over the heroes, and the heroes will need to work as collectively as a team to put this guy in handcuffs. So, yeah, as you can see, pretty big figure. So let's start off with the legs. Now this does use the old Hero Factory, old Bionicle building system. This is pre-CCPS. So this is before the CCPS days. And not gonna lie, the legs foundations here is built quite nicely. I see they later adapted a similar build style of the legs, but on a much bigger scale to Witch Doctor. But I still think here for Rotor, in terms of articulation, you've got the pegs at the back, which help him, in some way helps him with posability, but it sort of like stops at a certain point, so you can't bend it all the way. That's kind of good. It creates that good balance that's kind of needed for this guy. The feet, it's really what you would normally expect. It's nothing too special. The knees or the thighs, really nice pieces built here, and yes, it is connected as a double joint right here, connected to the main waist. Unfortunately, it sticks out like this, but it's not too noticeable, so it's actually not that bad. The back here, you got the actual like jets, which you can lift up. This would actually help him fly better, because with this angle, he's just only going to be going up. For him to actually go forward, you need to actually angle the oh, I don't even know if you can see that. Let me zoom back out. Here, I'll do this. So for him to actually like fly forward, if I just leave it like this, he's just going to be flying. He's going to be going up. All right. So for him to actually move forward, you actually got to move this forward. That way the propeller is directly on top. That he can actually like stay on top, floating and that kind of stuff. And this will actually help project him forward, because this is the rocket boosters. So the play feature on this guy is done quite nicely. Really allows you to customize in whatever position he wants given the scenario. So I think that is done quite nicely. Unfortunately, I just wish this Technic pin here had like a had like a 3-hole arm just to cover it up. I don't like how the pins here are just sticking out. It's just, I find that very, very bothering me, because just if you look at it from the side, you can just see that sticking out. Doesn't look pleasant. Now the helicopter propeller itself uses, I think these are like old Bionicle blades. It is done quite nicely. I really like these pieces. The molds here are done very well. It does require 2 axles to connect it all together, but nevertheless, look at this. It's just done so cleanly, so nicely. I think it's done very, very well. The main body build has a witch doctor style build. You know, you can see it doesn't use a torso. It's actually a little bit different. Front chest piece, similar to Thunder. They got the stickers here because, you know, to make them different. And then the head, same as Vapor's, but a very nice head. Although I do wish there were prints on him because he looks kind of faceless. But regardless, it's fine. And yes, it does use the Clitorian head underneath. And then you've got some hoses just connected to the back of his head to the main jets. Now for arms, shoulders, very straightforward build, nothing too shabby. But on this side, he's got just a simple spear shooter, which is kind of built on a kind of a weird angle, if you ask me. I feel like the angle is done a little bit weird, I'll say that. And then as for this side, you've got some sort of other gun. I don't know exactly what this gun particularly does. It is connected with a hose though to the shoulder, I'll say that. But like, what? I don't know. If you know, please tell me in the comments. But I really think, I think this is like a vaporizer or something. I really don't know what that gun does. Hey, but regardless, not bad for a non-CCBS figure. I think definitely one of my favorite villains from this wave. Yeah, definitely. I think he's done quite well. The way he's built, the way he's executed onto the public appearance. I think he's done quite well. Although I do wish the spear shooter could be done a little bit better. But apart from that, there's nothing more I can say. I think this is a particularly well done figure, and because it is one of the bigger villains, it definitely stands out from the rest of the other main villains. So yeah, I'm gonna give Rotor, I'm just gonna give him a solid, I'm thinking of a 7 out of 10. Of course, coverage could be used better, but I think regardless, it's fine. The play feature for the helicopter blade, it's done quite well. I'm quite satisfied with the way that turned out. Actually, I like it at this angle. Yeah, there we go. But apart from that, yeah, so this one and Von Nebula will definitely be the villains standing out from the rest of the pack. So would I recommend this figure? Definitely. This one, Von Nebula, I guess the other villains are okay, but I do feel like Rotor is one of the stronger ones here, for sure. Although, of course, he could really use some improvement. But hey, apart from that, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button to show your support. And subscribe to the channel for more. And I will continue pumping out more Hero Factory / other LEGO content coming your way very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.